I am going to be taking you through about a 10-minute shoulder routine. So this will include some movement through the neck, the shoulder blades or the scapula, the shoulder joint itself, internal and external rotation, full controlled articular rotations or CARs for the shoulder joint, and then we'll finish up with some spinal articulation. So for the work today, I'm going to be in partly a tall kneeling position and a half kneeling position. So if you want to do that, you might want a mat or a pad for underneath your knee for comfort. That being said, this whole routine could be done standing up just as well if kneeling is uncomfortable for you. So we're going to start with some neck movements. So I'm going to come into a tall kneeling position, and I'm going to take a yoga block for me to place in between my knees just to give me a little bit more feedback, a little something to squeeze against, and give myself some irradiation. So I do have my toes tucked under in the back, feet pointed is also fine, whatever you feel more stable. Good solid work through my glutes. I'm going to fist both hands out to the side next to me, bracing strong through my abs. And I'm going to start with 4 neck CARs, or controlled articular rotations. I'm going to drop my chin down to my chest. And because I'm talking you through this, my jaw is going to be wagging. For you, teeth closed, jaw closed the whole time. Chin is going to drop to chest. I'm going to scrape the underside of my chin across my right collarbone. Look to the right and then try to see all the way into my back pocket without leaning back toward my feet. My eyes are going to travel all the way across the ceiling as far back as feels comfortable, again without leaning back, until I see over my left shoulder. Scraping that left collarbone, chin to chest, restack up. I'm going to travel to the left, chin to chest, over the left shoulder, across the ceiling, over the right. Scrape that right collarbone, lift to the right, chin to chest, over that right shoulder, across the ceiling, over the left, scrape the left, and lift. Last rep, chin to chest, scraping the left, all the way across the ceiling, look over the right, scrape that right collarbone, and lift. I'm going to go into my shoulder blades. So I'm going to start with my arms straight down by my side, fully extended through my triceps. Palms are going to stay facing in, so be careful that we don't start to internally rotate or externally rotate. So I like to think that the eyes of my elbows and my hands stay still. Shoulder blades are going to lift up as high as you can. Pull the shoulder blades back across the upper back without arching through your back or externally rotating the shoulder. Slide down, reach your fingertips toward the floor, and then start to separate the shoulder blades away from one another. 3 more that direction. Lift, pull back, slide down, reach forward, lift, pull back, slide down, reach forward. 1 more. Lift, pull back, slide down. Now reverse. Pull back, squeeze, lift up, separate, slide down. Back, lift up, separate, reach to the floor, pull back, squeeze. I feel quite a bit of tricep by now, keeping my arm extended. Last rep, lift, reach, and lower. Also quite a bit of glute, keep my torso still. My arms are going to reach straight forward about shoulder height. They can be straight from the shoulders or open a little bit, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I'm going to take 4 more reps in each direction of those shoulder blades from this position. Abs engage, glutes engage, lift, squeeze back, slide down, reach forward. 3 more. Up, pull back, slide down, reach forward. My arm itself, my hand, is moving very little, so I don't want a lot of movement through the arm. Reach, lift, pull back, slide down, reset, reverse, back, up, forward, and down. Pull back, triceps stay engaged, forward and down so I don't start to soften my elbows. Lift, reach, and last rep, pull back, lift, reach, and lower. So for the next shoulder section, I'm going to step my left foot forward. My left hand can be resting on my thigh for support or fisted off to the side. Right glute squeezing like crazy. We get a little bonus work of the lower body. I would imagine my left foot's trying to pull toward me and my right knee is trying to drag toward you. Left hand stays fisted. I'm going to take my right arm into a goalpost position. Right shoulder blade pulls back, right shoulder blade pulls down. If my arm right here were resting on a table, I'm going to put a little resistance down toward it. I'm going to take axial rotations here for my shoulder joint. I want to imagine that I'm wringing out my bicep front to back like a dishcloth. So I'm going internal rotation, find my end range and squeeze on it without lifting my shoulder blade. External rotation, find my end range and squeeze there. I'm going to go 4 more reps. Forward, 2, back, 2. Abs stay engaged, 3. Back glute stays engaged, 3. Left arm tight to the side, 4 and 4. Last rep, 5 and 5. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with that right arm fully extended to the side, spinning and wringing out that bicep. Internal rotation. I'm going to go far enough I feel it travel into the shoulder without also lifting through my shoulder blade. Same thing, external rotation. 1, 4 more reps. Twist and squeeze, and 2. Forward, squeeze, and 3. Really wringing out that bicep. 4, and back, last rep. 5, and back. I'm going to rest this arm down by my side. I'm going to take 4 full shoulder cars with this right side. I'll do 2 facing the camera and 2 to the side. I'm going to start with my palm upward, my arm externally rotated. I start to cut across my body into abduction. I feel a little bit of pec. Try not to let that elbow soften. Come across the body, bicep by that ear, shoulder stays down. Start that internal rotation here, spiral the bicep forward and away from you. As I reach back, I'm trying to find that back wall without turning my chest toward that arm. Back of the hand is going to land at that hip. Go shoulder extension, reverse that movement. I'm going to feel tricep like crazy. Now externally rotate, or imagine you're unwinding a doorknob behind you as you reach all the way up to the ceiling. Cut back into more external rotation as we come across the body and reset. I'm feeling quite a bit of glute being in this position and quite a bit of hamstring on this front leg. 3 more reps. Cut underneath, bicep by that ear. Internal rotation, chest stays square to me. Back of the hand at the hip. Press straight back, tricep like crazy. Squeeze that back glute, unwind it. Bicep by the ear and cut across. 2 more reps, I'll face the side. Tuck underneath. Bicep by the ear. Abs stay engaged, not letting that chest open as we go into internal rotation. Press back, tricep. Unwind. Keep reaching. Try not to arch through that back. Palm up as we cut across and reset. Last rep. Underneath. Lots of tension through that lower body. Internal rotation, reach away. Keep trying to squeak out more range. Press back more tricep if you can. Don't let that elbow soften. Unwind. Bicep by that ear. Ribs stay down. More external rotation as you cut across the body. And rest. I'm going to switch sides now and go back into that axial rotation with my left arm. Right foot pulling in, left glute dragging forward, right hand fisted out to the side, left arm in that goalpost. Internal rotation, find that end range, squeeze on it. External rotation, find that end range, squeeze on it. 4 more. 2. 2. Trying to keep that upper arm, that bicep, right where it is. So I'm not letting my elbow dip and rise too much. 4. 4. 1 more. 5 and 5. Same thing, arm fully extended. Rotate through that bicep. Internal rotation, 1. Back, 1. Left glute squeezing like crazy, 2. Back, 2. Forward, 3. Back, 3. Abs stay engaged, 4. Back, 4. Shoulder blade stays pretty easy, not letting it rise up, 5. Back, 5. Full shoulder cars on this left side. 2 I'll face you, 2 I'll face side. We cut underneath. Bicep by that ear. Find the shoulder blade pack down your back. Internal rotation. The bicep spins forward and then away from you. Back of that hand lands at that hip. I press back, find shoulder extension and triceps like crazy. Keep that glute squeezing. Unwind that doorknob behind you as you continue to find the ceiling. Flip that palm up, bicep spins upright as I cut across the body. Reset. Rep 2, cut under. Bicep by that, your internal rotation. Try not to let that chest go with you. Land at the hip, press back, triceps up crazy. Keep those legs active. Palm up. Feel a little peck as you cut across. Good. Last 2 reps. We cut underneath. Again, back glute squeezing like crazy, abs engage. Internal rotation. Don't turn toward that arm. Press back, tricep. Don't let that elbow soften. Unwind. Chest stays square. Palm up, cut across. Last rep, cut underneath. Internal rotation as you reach away. Back of that hand at the hip, press back. Unwind. Palm up, abduct, feel pec. Reset. Rest. So I'm going to finish with 4 cat camels. And for today, we're going to lead all 4 cat camels from that tailbone. So I'm going to set up on all fours. And I want knees under hips, shoulders and wrists in line. If in this position you feel wrist pain, you can go up onto the fists this way. You can also reach the hands out a bit and it'll lessen that angle on the wrist. I'm going to start in spinal extension where I'm lengthening my tailbone and I'm lifting through my focus. I like to feel when I travel into my cat stretch, our first movement, like my hands are pushing forward a little bit. And when I'm coming and pulling into extension, my heels and my hands drag this way. So I take that big breath in. I'm going to keep my focus where it is for as long as possible. Tuck my tailbone first. Push into my low back, mid back, rib cage, shoulder blades, head goes last. Big breath in here, and then release. Tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, head reaches last. 3 more. Tailbone tucks, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades. Head goes last. Big breath in. Release. Tailbone, low back, mid back. Top of that head lifts last. Last 2 reps. Trying to feel each piece of that spine move. Big breath in. Drag those hands toward you as you release. Tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back. Try to sink into the shoulder blades. Lift the chest. Last rep, tuck under. Feel abs working. Low back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades. Head goes last. Big breath in. Release. Tailbone. Into the low back. Base of that rib cage. Spiral all the way up. Open through that chest. Big breath here. Pull back. Roll it up. Nice work.